Welcome, everybody. This is the Rope Break, and this is our prediction show for the Elimination Chamber. I am your host, Jeff Wolf, and I am alongside Eric Vanek.
Yeah, look forward to our TNA lockdown predictions, too.
What a way to start the show, huh? Okay. Well, yeah, like if you listen to our podcast from this week, we had our normal show, and now this is going to be our prediction show. This is show number 2 of the week, and then we will have show number 3 of the week.
Sunday
don't
night.
Expect
this podcast to be up for a month.
yeah. We'll
It'll be WrestleMania time before this podcast gets
CM Punk.
posted. All right, sorry, I had to joke at you on that one.
Yeah, it's hard to get me. It costs a lot of money to get me on these podcasts.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, this is going to be our prediction show for Elimination Chamber. Head to toe, it seems like a pretty stacked show, but like we were kind of talking about on the weekly show, I'm interested to see the buy rates of the show with the WWE Network so close to the show.
Yeah. Well, I think I read a rumor where Dish Network's not even carrying it.
Yeah. I mean,
so
sales are definitely going to be down. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, it'll definitely be down. I think there's a lot of people out there that watch it illegally, find streams of it from, the UK or Sky Sports or whatever it is. So, I mean, they're just going to do that for one more show, buy the network, and then I think whatever they're predicting for the network sales, I think is going to, maybe even double what they're expecting.
Yeah. And I'd like to just take a minute to say that we here at the Rope Break Podcast do not condone illegal streams. Don't do it, kids. Just buy it.
No, fuck that. I still watch it illegally.
I had to say it in case the feds were listening. All right, so we're going to get right into the show. The pre-show match this month is going to be Cody Rhodes and Goldust taking on Ryback. And for once, they got it right. Outside of Cody and Goldust have been doing an absolutely awesome job, and I really love watching them every single week. We're both huge Cody Rhodes fans, so. But, I mean, getting Ryback on the pre-show, and this match really wasn't even hyped up whatsoever. It was just kind of thrown in basically on tag matches that both teams have really been having. So pre-show wise, they actually got it right of putting this on the pre-show instead of doing the Outlaws versus Usos on the pre-show, which I feared.
I was expecting the Elimination Chamber match to be on the pre-show.
One of these days it will be. Prediction-wise, this should be a no-brainer. If Ryback wins this, we riot, basically. There should be no way Cody and Goldust lose this match.
No, I agree with you. Cody and Goldust should run away with this match. Though I have been impressed with Ryback lately. They've been doing a lot better.
Yeah.
Especially Ryback. He's got this new weirdo, crazy man gimmick. So it's going to be, a quick 7 to 8 minute match. Cody and Goldust should hopefully hit all their main moves and end this one. So I think we both agree that Cody and Goldust will come out victorious.
Yeah. I don't see them losing unless there's a breakup. And if there's a breakup on a pre-show, WWE.
Or Goldust jumps off the top rope and pulls a Sid Vicious at Sin.
Yes, that's the only way. And even then, there will maybe just be a punch from Goldust.
I could see Ryback actually picking up Goldust with his fucking leg hanging off and still hit the shell shock on him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how the show is going to start. Not many people will even watch the match, honestly, because it is pre-show. It's true. I mean,
well, no, I'm just laughing at Ryback having Goldust up in the shell shock and Goldust's legs just fucking hanging there. And he hits the move on him and taunts his leg afterwards and yells at him and stuff. I just see this image of Ryback doing that in my head for some reason right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can definitely see it. We have to move on. We do. So that's going to be the pre-show match. Before we get into the actual card matches, I'd like to just bring up something that we saw a report that Brock Lesnar is going to be at the show in some capacity. We don't know how. I fear that one of the Elimination Chamber participants is going to get attacked beforehand, and that's going to put Brock into the match. This is just me thinking. This is not any rumors. This is not any speculation or reports. This is just me thinking. So don't think that I'm spoiling anything. I do fear that that's going to happen, but I hope it doesn't. What would you think would be the reason that Brock Lesnar would be at the show?
I can definitely see your scenario playing out. I hope that's not the case, because I think all 6 guys right now deserve to be in it and to have their time.
And they built it up so well with all 6 men, too.
Exactly. And I honestly don't even know where I could put him in. I could see him coming out and attacking Batista and Del Rio and breaking up that match. I wouldn't be surprised at that. Or if him and Heyman just came out and did like a promo in the ring kind of deal, just letting, people know, hey,
I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I still deserve my world title shot, and he's going to want the winner on Raw the next night or something like that. It's just something along those lines. Yeah. But I am interested to see it, though. It has me interested.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just another element of the show, which already is an interesting show that will get you interested to see what actually does happen. The first match we're going to talk about, though, on the main card is going to be Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, which this feud has been up and I'm not even going to lie. It's just been down. It's been down a lot. They've really done a poor job of this, especially if you're trying to get Titus O'Neil over. This is, if anything, Darren Young is more over than Titus O'Neil right now. And I think that was exactly the opposite of what this whole goal was. I think prediction-wise, Titus does win. I think it's going to be him, for the majority, him taking control and kind of winning in a big fashion. I don't think Darren Young will win this, but I just think this was done really horribly hype-wise to get Titus O'Neil in the spotlight. Because even with a win over Darren Young, it now means nothing. It means absolutely nothing for what this could have been.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on the prediction. I think Titus is going to run away with this match. I think it's going to, I don't want to call it a squash match, but it's going to be no more than 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of going to expose these guys because they're going to do solo matches for the first time in a long time, probably since their NXT days.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think it's going to be a very good match at all. But I do see Titus winning because I think the whole point is I think they see more potential in Titus Young. They're going to want to make him, look better and look like the star coming out of this match. But it's definitely not something I'm looking forward to seeing. It's just going to be there. This will be the, I'm going to go make some popcorn or go take a piss really quick kind of matches.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't want to just dwell on this match for too much longer, but I question, even with Titus winning this match, if he does beat Darren Young, I don't know where they take either of these guys after this.
I really don't. Maybe to the unemployment line.
Yeah, I mean, I can honestly see both of these guys maybe continuing this feud in NXT even. Like, I just don't think this was done right properly at all in any capacity, and I think they're going to really struggle with finding things for either of these men to do post match.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're going to get away from that. The first big title match we're going to talk about is going to be the Intercontinental title match. Big E versus Jack Swagger, which is kind of weird because Big E's kind of looked real soft since the Royal Rumble. Like, he's just not. They were hyping him big time, and they've kind of just like let him just sail now. And Jack Swagger, on the other hand, has really proved that he can do real well in these bigger matches, especially with Kofi Kingston, and then with Big E. I think it's going to be an interesting big man match, but I can't imagine Big E's going to lose this. But if there's one title match on here that I wouldn't be shocked about this outcome being, it would be Jack Swagger beating Big E.
Yeah, I think Swagger has gotten more momentum over the last couple weeks. Big E, I mean, hasn't really been hyped that much. I know on SmackDown they had that backstage segment where after Swagger got tossed out of ringside there in the Cesaro match, Big E attacked him, and that started that feud up, gave it a little bit more spice to this feud, which is great. They need it for this feud because there really hasn't been too much hype for it. I definitely see Big E winning this match as well. I think they still see tons of potential in Big E.
Oh yeah.
Even though you haven't seen it lately. I mean, going into the Royal Rumble, me and you were talking about how he was going to be in the Final Four, and he was going to be made into a giant star along with Roman Reigns that night.
It was him and Roman.
And since Royal Rumble, he took the week off, which I think was planned. I think it wasn't disciplinary or anything like that. He took the week off after the Rumble, and like since then, it's like he's like struggling to get that momentum back. Like the Royal Rumble took away a lot of his momentum, which I don't know if WWE planned it that way. I hope they didn't, but it's just kind of odd. But I think definitely Big E starts to get back on track going into WrestleMania and keeps the Intercontinental title for the Chamber.
Yeah, I think going into Mania, he's still the Intercontinental Champion. I just think that he was not properly hyped up since Royal Rumble for whatever reason that is, and Jack Swagger's been properly hyped over actually the last couple of weeks. So it makes you believe that Jack Swagger could actually win this match, but I don't think he will. I think Big E somehow will still outpower Swagger, and maybe this will continue another month at Mania. Then in the next big title match, we have the Outlaws and the Usos, which this match I'm probably third favorite match on the card for me. I really love the style of both of these teams together. They really click together. They both are entertaining tag teams, as well as both have their certain styles of professional wrestling moves that excite you. So when you have both of those elements in there, you're really going to have a good match, and they've really been feuding really well together on the mic and in singles matches as of late on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, and these two teams remind me of like the Attitude Era tag teams, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, Dudley Boys. They're just very entertaining tag teams, and they get it done in the ring. They do it with the mic. Very entertaining stuff that they've been doing at commentary during their matches lately. It's just a very well built up tag title feud, which we haven't seen in years.
Yeah, you don't see that very often anymore.
Yeah, so it's great that they finally did this. This match has gotten the proper build-up, and I think this is the time for the Usos to shine, and I think we're going to have new tag team champs, and I think the Usos are going to win tag team championships.
Yeah, I think the Outlaws win. I think this is going to go one more month into Mania, and then I think we're going to see the Outlaws disappear. But I think we're going to see the Usos win at Mania. But I do see the Outlaws winning it this weekend. I think the cool thing about the Usos is, of all the teams that are in the WWE right now, the Usos are the closest thing to an Attitude Era team, and I think that's why they click so well with the Outlaws being in that whole era. So I think it's going to be an awesome match. I think it's definitely going to be entertaining, but yeah, I do see the Outlaws winning this one.
Okay, and I kind of agree with you on that. I can see your scenario playing out. I think with my scenario, though, I think the Usos are going to win this month. And looking at it, you got to think for Mania, what other tag teams can they face? So you think about it, there's Harper and Rowan sitting there. What are they going to really be doing at Mania other than, Bray Wyatt is going to have something, I'm guessing, as a solo feud. So I could see, the Wyatt family versus the Usos for the next month leading up to Mania, and that's kind of what I'm predicting is a feud between those two teams and then that tag title match will happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think going on to what you were talking about, I think, and we'll talk about it later. We're not going to talk about it right now, but in a couple matches, is the Shield versus Wyatt's match at this Chamber match, I think is going to show a lot about different elements of the WrestleMania card. I think we're going to see stuff with Bray, maybe someone interfering, whatever, and we're going to get to see exactly if the Shield and the other Wyatts are still going to have matches or whatnot. But we'll get to that in a little bit. The next match is going to be Batista versus Alberto Del Rio. And this match should be not so good.
I think Batista has... We haven't seen him in a couple weeks. Well, we've seen him. I think he's... I pray that he's been working on his wrestling and getting trained and getting back into shape and wrestling shape and working on his moves and hitting his moves and all that. Alberto Del Rio does not get enough credit for being able to carry someone during a match. He is actually very, very talented at doing that. He's proven it time and time again. So I think this match is going to be surprisingly better than what people are expecting. But I also think people's expectations are really low right now. But I think this is going to be an above-average match. And, I mean, you forget, Batista could go back in, not too long ago. I mean, obviously it's been 4 years, but he could go. He was a good wrestler. I mean, he wasn't, he's athletic. He can hit his moves. It wasn't like he was Mark Henry in there. So I really think this is going to be a very solid matchup. If I had to predict anything, I think this is the spot where Brock Lesnar makes his appearance, and I think Batista gets the win in this one, but maybe Brock Lesnar attacks him, or Batista wins because Brock Lesnar attacked him via DQ. So I'm going to go with Batista in this way. I really don't know if Brock would show up for this match or something else, but this is just my guess, so I think Batista wins.
I think if there's any other match besides the Chamber match that Brock Lesnar comes in, it would be this match. Just because a couple weeks ago we saw that kind of stare down with Batista and Brock and Orton was there too. So it goes into them not knowing yet exactly what they want, I think, at Mania. And I think at this point they should know. By the time that they've written Chamber, they should know where all the pieces are going to fall. So it's going to be interesting to see if Brock does show up. Look, I'm not saying anything bad about Del Rio. I think Del Rio is I don't think he gets enough credit. I think you're right. I think he is a pretty good basic wrestler, and when he's on his game, he's really good. From what I've seen in the last couple weeks, Batista doesn't impress me worth crap. I mean, he has a lot to prove in this match. This is more like the thing is about this match is Del Rio. It doesn't even matter who wins or loses this match. Del Rio it could be anyone in Del Rio's spot right now, and that's fine. Like this is like the Dolph Ziggler that we were talking about on SmackDown.
Yeah, they're not going to have Batista lose going into a world title match at WrestleMania.
No.
So there's no shot in hell Alberto Del Rio wins this match.
No, there's not. But what I'm saying is Batista needs to show a lot in this match. He at least a fair amount. He needs to show that he has been training and he is getting better. And his match with Orton potentially, we don't know, potentially can be something really solid for a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
But now,
I think I'm going out on a limb and saying that Batista is going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about it. So I'm very interested in watching this match simply because I need to see Batista do his thing. But at the same time, yes, Batista wins this match. Del Rio, we've even seen reports that Del Rio is just going to let his contract go out, and then once he does, he's going to ride off in the sunset on his donkey.
Wow, Mexican joke.
I mean,
was he going to have a fucking piñata? Is he going to have Pepe with him too?
Pepe, and he's going to have a little chihuahua that he always talks about.
Pepe and fucking Moppy.
Yes, Moppy. Oh, please, Perry Saturn, come back. But yeah, Batista.
And they're going to frolic with Willow in the fucking Gardens of Evil or something.
Yeah, I thought we were going to go a whole week without you bringing up Willow.
Fucking Willow, fuck him.
All right. And so our 61 followers went from 52 this week. I'm pretty sure those were all Jeff Hardy fans, and now the Jeff Hardy fans are going to leave even more, and maybe even some no real fans.
Well, I don't think the Jeff Hardy fans are smart enough to realize that Willow is Jeff Hardy, so maybe it's taking them a little bit longer to realize it.
Oh gosh. All right. Yeah, Batista wins that one. We'll end it at that. And then we're going to get into what I was hoping was going to be my favorite match of the night, but last Raw kind of ruined it a little bit for me. And that's the Shield versus the Wyatts. Build up to this match has been phenomenal. It's been really good.
Oh yeah.
There hasn't been build up like this to get me excited for a match, especially a six-man tag match in forever. Like, this is done extremely well. Bray Wyatt has done an awesome job on the microphone the last couple of weeks, really hyping it on the Wyatt's behalf. The Shield, all three men have been doing pretty good, and then Roman Reigns has really been coming on strong too, so that's really good. It's really awesome to see Bray versus Roman at some point in this match, because that's obviously the two big guys from the factions. I'm definitely looking forward to this match. It's going to be fun just to see them really just claw at each other. I was kind of hoping it was going to be under Elimination Chamber rules, but it doesn't look like it will be. It looks like it'll just be a normal match, which is fine. God, I don't even know a winner yet.
Well, I'll tell you my prediction
okay.
then, while you think. I expect total chaos for this match.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be battling outside the ring. They're going to battle into the crowd. I just expect total chaos for this match. I'm like you. I want to see Bray versus Roman one-on-one. I'm kind of hoping Dean and Seth and Rowan and Harper all battle on the outside and leave Bray and Roman, the two bulls of the clans, to clash right in the middle of the ring. I think that would be awesome for the fans to see, and I think everybody kind of wants to see it. The two future stars of the company battling it out. In the end, though, I think it's pretty obvious the winner. I think it's going to be the Wyatt family, because there's so much, between Ambrose and Reigns. It's just bound to happen where something happens between those two. Maybe this is the time where Ambrose finally turns on Reigns, or something along those lines, or a miscommunication of some sorts. But I don't want to say Shield doesn't have a shot at winning this, because they do, but I really think I'm like 80% sure that it'll be the Wyatt family.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it, the Wyatts is the only thing that makes sense to me. The only reason I would say not the Wyatts is because in the back of my head I have a feeling that maybe John Cena would come out and attack Bray. Just if they are going to go in that route of Cena versus Bray.
I could see it if Cena had already fought earlier in the night, but obviously that's not going to be the case.
Yeah.
I just don't see Cena coming out before his match. Before his big title match that he should be focusing on, just to fuck with Bray Wyatt.
I agree too. It's just something in the back of my head.
Yeah.
The Shield, they're definitely crumbling before us, and I don't think that we're going to get the break here. I don't know. Maybe we will. This is
at least the foundation of the start of the break.
Well, I think the foundation has been built, but
this is going to be the fucking big ass crack that comes into it.
Yeah, it very well could be the big crack that comes in. It's going to be an awesome match, though. It's going to be, like you said, chaos everywhere. It's a match that a lot of people have been waiting for, to see both of these teams just finally go at it. I really wanted them to not even touch each other until this match, but whatever. That's in the past. It happened. It wasn't a big deal, but it should be real fun to see. I do see the Wyatts winning. Definitely, though, some controversy to end the match. Oh, and then we get to the Elimination Chamber. Have you been as excited for an Elimination Chamber match as you are for this one?
To be honest, I can't really remember one that I've been more excited for in a while, so this is definitely one of the most exciting Elimination Chamber matches that I can remember in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give it to the WWE. They really have hyped up this in such an awesome way to make you believe that any of these men can really win this match. I mean, in my gut, I'm saying that Orton is the one that's going to end up winning this one, just because of the whole Batista thing. I think they already have that already pre-focused, but I hope I'm wrong. I really hope that Randy Orton doesn't win this. Not to say there's a certain other person I really would like to see win it, but it would be fun to have kind of the fans get surprised that Randy Orton isn't the one that ends up winning this one.
Yeah. I see any of these 6 guys winning it, but Orton makes the most sense. I agree with you on that one, so I'm going to predict Orton does win this match. It makes the most sense because Orton-Batista kind of seems like it's just about set in stone for the match, for the WrestleMania main event. But, I mean, I could really see any of these guys fighting, winning it. I think it's going to be... I don't think Orton's going to win, like, in dominant, clean fashion. I think something's going to happen to allow him to get the win. So, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But first, I wanted to get... we kind of did this with the Royal Rumble for the Royal Rumble match, but who do you think is going to be the first person eliminated?
I am going to make a very bold prediction here, and this is going to be a surprising one because I want this match to surprise the crap out of me. I want Randy Orton to lose simply because I expect Randy Orton to win. And the first person I would love to see get eliminated is John Cena. And that goes back to the Wyatts and Shield. I hope that they really do go with Cena and Bray Wyatt at this point. And I hope John Cena does something possibly in that match to Bray in some capacity. I don't even know. And then in this match, I hope that something happens with the Wyatts, or beforehand it happens with the Wyatts and Cena or something like that to make Cena damaged, as you can see. And then I think that will cost Cena his shot at becoming the world champion in this match, and John Cena is going to be the very first person to get eliminated.
Yeah, that would definitely be a big shocker. I definitely wouldn't. I don't think I'd ever see the day John Cena would be the first one eliminated. But it's definitely a bold prediction. So I mean, if it happens, I'll be the first one to give you credit for it.
Yeah.
I think the obvious choice to viewers and everything is going to be Christian. Would be the first elimination, which I agree with that he will be, but I don't necessarily agree that he should be the first, elimination. I think Christian has done a pretty good job so far. But if you look at all 6 guys, it's like, who the hell do you have be the first elimination?
Yeah.
I mean, all 6 guys, have been you have been made to believe that they can win this match. And I'm looking at it like, if Cesaro is the first guy eliminated, I think that arena will boo the shit out of everybody in that match. Even Daniel Bryan maybe a little bit.
I think if Bryan or Cesaro is eliminated first, it is going to have such a negative effect on the remaining of that match that they can't afford to even do that.
Yeah. And then, okay, well, after that then, we are going to come down to our final 2 or 3. I think you said you wanted to predict your final 3, so I'll let you go ahead and predict your final 3 first.
And my final 3 is going to be exactly what I just talked about. And my final 3 is going to be Randy Orton, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan. I think Cesaro is going to be the third to last person eliminated, and it'll end up being Orton and Bryan. But I think Cesaro and Bryan are in such a hot streak right now that they're going to let them just go out there and just do their thing. And I think Cesaro and Bryan are going to, along with Orton, I think all 3 of those men are going to be able to just go back and forth on a lot of different things, and it's going to be a really awesome final 10 minutes of the match. I do see the final 2, though, being Bryan and Orton, because Cesaro is there, but he's not there. He's not Daniel Bryan there, but he's getting super hot, just like Daniel Bryan is. So I think it'll be a fun moment for the fans. but Cesaro will get eliminated probably by Randy Orton, and then it'll be Orton and Bryan, and then something's going to happen where Orton sneaks out another win over Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you on that. But my final three is different. I have Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, and John Cena. Will be my final three. And what I see happening is I think Daniel Bryan would eliminate John Cena first, so it would come down to Orton and Bryan. And I think that crowd and that atmosphere is going to be bonkers for Daniel Bryan to win that match. If he's got all the momentum there at the end, his shoulder's hurt, he was taped up on SmackDown. He's going to have all the momentum going in, and it's just going to come to a crashing halt because I think we'll see what their plan is for WrestleMania. It's either going to be Kane or it's going to be Triple H. And one of those two is going to get involved somehow. I don't know how, I don't, anything, but I think Kane or Triple H will be involved somehow and screw over Daniel Bryan one more time and allow Orton to win the title and retain it.
Or maybe even Brock. Maybe they even get Brock to just come out and just do damage on Bryan and let Orton just get the win. Who knows? And it'll be really interesting to see where they actually put Brock in this show. I mean, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's simply like what you were saying. Maybe it's just him and Paul Heyman going out there and just keeping people fresh with their face.
Well, I could see him doing that, but if he attacked Daniel Bryan and allowed Orton to win, that wouldn't really make sense because he's been all over Orton's case and Batista's case.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if he was going to make a statement, he would take out Orton and allow Daniel Bryan to win, and it would be Daniel Bryan versus Batista at Mania and lead to, but I just don't see an Orton versus Brock match. But obviously Orton's got his rematch clause he would want to cash in. Do we see a big giant four-way at WrestleMania with Brock, Orton, Batista, and Daniel Bryan? That would be kind of cool.
It would be. It's that's why this whole show intrigues me so much because of everything that's gone on in the WWE lately with the whole CM Punk thing and everything and rewriting stuff and rewriting Mania. You have to believe at this point, come tomorrow, because we're filming this on Saturday, come tomorrow for the Elimination Chamber, you have to believe that they finally have everything in place, written, set in stone. I mean, I guess in professional wrestling, nothing is ever set in stone, but you got to believe that at the end of this night, we are going to see things a lot more clearly heading into WrestleMania.
Yeah, definitely. The one thing I will warn fans about, though, is whatever you think is just this big glorious dream and predictions, you're like, oh yeah, that sounds really cool. I think that's going to happen. WWE will disappoint you. They'll totally fuck up whatever you think is going to happen, and it's going to be something really lame. So, as much hope and I have for this pay-per-view, and I agree with Jeff that this pay-per-view is very intriguing. It's still WWE, and I'm sure they'll find a way to screw it up.
Yeah, that's
like they'll have their TNA writer moment.
Yeah, but yeah, it should be a good show.
Or maybe Willow will come out and win the title. Who knows?
Don't say that. Just don't say that because WWE, they'll bring him back. They'll bring him back for T-shirt sales.
Oh, I know he's coming back at some point before he retires.
Yeah, he'll be back. But yeah, that's gonna be our predictions for the Elimination Chamber. It should be a good show. Again, it'll be interesting to see the buy rates for the show with the WWE Network the next day, basically.
Yeah, and then the Monday Night Raw the night after, you got Undertaker confirmed, you got Hulk Hogan confirmed, Brock Lesnar's going to be there, obviously. You're going to have Batista, Orton, you're going to have all the fallout. So honestly, this is one of the biggest Raws in a long, long time, maybe since Raw 1000.
Yeah. And I don't want to bring up his name again, but what if Punk does come to this show? That just throws everything out the window. That throws everything in a whirlwind again.
if they could make a last-minute deal, but everything I read says Punk is just done right now, and I don't, unless they offer him 10% ownership of the company, like Dixie Carter would.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
No.
I mean, I think there's a better shot of Willow coming down and winning the World Heavyweight title.
And we always end on Willow, don't we? Maybe we'll get Jeff Hardy on the show sometime if we ever make it really big. And then,
I will call
you can tell Jeff Hardy exactly how you feel about him.
Yeah, and then I'll get Gregory Iron on the show, and you can tell him how you feel about him.
Wow. Okay. That's good, everybody, for our predictions of the Elimination Chamber. Make sure you go back and watch us or listen to the podcast for the weekly reviews this week, as well as stay tuned because Sunday night after the show, we will also do a post-show talking about what actually transpired at the Elimination Chamber. Hopefully we have a new world champion.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm just excited for a good show. I hate when I have high expectations because I'm always let down.
I know.
So
that's the problem.
It was just like that at Royal Rumble. I had huge expectations for the Royal Rumble, and I was let down.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to get too excited, but it's kind of hard when they've actually done a pretty good job at building it up.
Yep.
So.
All right, everybody. We're going to head out, and then we will catch you guys on the post show.
Yep. Make sure you guys tune in on Sunday night. Bye.